Well, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. Good times with Scar here, and welcome back to our 200,000 Scar Subscriber Appreciation Video Series Part 2, where we tour our builds of the 2013 to 2015 time frame with the roller coaster, the birch house, and the fishing cabin. So let's get this tour underway. Alright, and welcome back, and we're high above the west side of Scarland, where we have the roller coaster project on our right hand side, and our left side we have the birch house, greenhouse, and horse stable, and just yonder ahead we have, of course, the Scarland fishing cabin, Mount Scar, and the suspension bridge in the foreground, all looking super fancy from above. I've actually never come up here with a high render distance and looked out over the entire world here. And of course we have the Scarland transportation system down below. And yeah, so there it is. So let's tour this place, see what it has to offer. All right, and welcome back to part 2, and let's get this tour underway. We're here in the Scarland transportation system. So if you missed part 1, I'll have it linked down below so you'll be able to watch that. And yeah, we're out in the west side of Scarland, and this is when we really decided to take building, just really seriously in Minecraft, and we started to work on the west side of Scarland. Now let's take our pathway along here, and we started on our very first kind of realistic house in Minecraft. And of course down below here is the west side storage. So down here we've got all of our resources built up for this side of Scarland. We have our vault for our diamonds, of course storage here. We have living quarters and our smeltery, and then smeltery kind of storage out there. And then we can head back up here and head to the birch house. So as you can see, I died in between the intro, so I lost my food. So I'm going to need to find some food on our trails here. But as you can see, this area looks kind of beautiful with our surroundings of trees and our waterways and all of our sand dunes. All of this is all custom built, and I highly recommend taking a look at what this area looked like before to kind of get a feel for all the changes in the area. And of course, this is the birch house. All kind of nice. It's a really simple, easy to build house, and I highly recommend you guys if you're just kind of wanting to get into building, this is a great house to kind of get started with. And we built it kind of nice inside. It's got all sorts of the features that you look for. Of course, we have our kitchen and dining room over here. We've got all sorts of good stuff all built up in here. You can kind of get a nice view out the windows. Our dining room all set up and ready to go. And I was super proud back in 2012 when I came up with the idea for these chairs. I thought they were original idea, and I'm really proud of those chairs way back then. And then of course down this little corridor here, the shaders mod makes this kind of look a little dark in areas, but still looks nice. We've got our fireplace, we have our chairs, and of course our couch. We have cats and dogs everywhere, as you can tell. Let's actually head up to our upper level, and yeah, so once we finish up this, we'll take a look at the roller coaster and the fishing cabin and all sorts of good stuff. So up here we've got our chandelier. It's a nice entryway where we can kind of see down. It creates a lot of good natural light with the big windows and gives it a nice open feeling. And we'll move into our master bedroom. So we've got our bookcases, we've got our bed, and a beautiful view through our window seat here. You can kind of see Penn Scar up there with the Scarland transportation system. That's where we started, and that's where I died. Then we've got I fell off the tree, by the way. We've got our bridge going across here. So Scar failed #1 for the video. And then you can see Mount Scar out this window, and of course you can see, oh wow, I've never actually noticed you can see the roller coaster project. It's awesome. Anyway, let's head inside here. We have our bathroom. We have it over here. We've got our toilet, nice view over there, and of course our shower on that side. And then let's head across the hallway here to our other bedroom. So on this side over here, we have an additional spare bedroom right over here. We've got a nice little desk, and of course we have our bed, and then we can look out over the entire landscape through there. And then we can transfer over here to the Scarland offices, close that. And yeah, this area needs a little updating. I kind of want to fix up some of the portraits have fallen off the walls when there was that glitch in Minecraft. I lost one there, but I actually have 2 on me, and I'm actually going to put one there for now. There we go. And then of course, no build in Minecraft would not be complete without the milkshake maker. So we've got our milkshake maker set up there. We've got our computer, bookcases, and all sorts of other good stuff. Let's look out this window over here. So we'll jump up here, and as you can see, that pool looks so sparkly refreshing that I just would dive from this window into it right now. That seems so appealing right now, but let's actually head down there and take a little look. So we'll cross over here and head out the window. Now this is all so dark in here with the shaders mod, unfortunately, but look at how beautiful the shaders mod makes this look. We got pool lights set up so that they can come on at nighttime. And it's just kind of a beautiful pool with a little spa up at the top there. Originally, we had sugarcane across here. There was a way of putting sugarcane here and surrounding it like this. There was like a little glitch you could do, but in one of the recent snapshots, it actually, they fixed that and you can't do that anymore. So we can head up to our spa. This used to have lava, but unfortunately the lava escaped and burned out most of the trees back here. I had to regrow them in. So yeah, no fireplaces, no open flames, and no lava in Scarland anymore. We just got to keep things Scar safe, my friends. Just got to keep things Scar safe. Let's around the corner here, and I just think this area came out nice with the little pillars and different things like that. These are more of our super speed tunnels that get us all around Scarland. Lots and lots of dogs everywhere. But this is, of course, our horse stable. So we can head inside our horse stable here, and you can see all of our different horses. You got our cats protecting them from Bob the Creeper Building Inspector, and then we've then we've got our horses out back, and we got a few more over here. Hello, little horses. Now I'm missing quite a few of the horses actually. There was like 2 or 3 in each of these stalls that I don't see. So I don't know. Maybe they've escaped. I'm not sure. But let's take a look at a kind of cool little fountain, and let's head through here to our little koi pond out here. Now some of these, these plant life things weren't in Minecraft when this was built. Like I've added the 1.7 flower, I think that was added. So I've added that and a couple other little details to our koi pond over here. If only we could have ourselves some fish, would be amazing. And then you can see down below here, this is our lawn. So this was kind of an original lawn design I wanted to use. This was before Hardened Clay was introduced to the game. And I don't know, I think it kind of looks kind of cool. Some people were kind of iffy on it, but I still love it. Then we can round the corner here to our greenhouse. Got to have somewhere to eat, right? And then we've got this set up pretty nicely where we can just hit the button, have it all cascading down to the bottom here, and it's collected by the hoppers. Hoppers were just introduced when we built this, so I thought it was a fun way to incorporate them into the design. And you can see the suspension bridge and the roller coaster project just lurking out in the distance. So yeah, it's been a little glitchy lately where it's been really pushing out the seeds and different things, but we can always come back here and kind of fix that up a little bit. And we can just hit that button and turn it off. There we go. And we can turn that off. And there we go. That is the birch house. So I kind of like the birch house. It's simple. It's kind of plain, but it's got its charm to it. And it was my first ever real tutorial based video. There's a few mistakes in it as I was kind of learning how to make a tutorial based video. So some people got a little upset with the roof and different things like that, but it was like my first time ever building a tutorial. So we learned a lot from that when we've fixed those mistakes, but now we're gonna head over to the suspension bridge. So this is the bridge that moves us into new territory in Scarland, but we're gonna stop at this dispenser and get ourselves a little bit of food. And this was kind of a fun little project to do before we worked on the fishing cabin. So we're gonna head out here, and as you can see, there's little directional signs, always keeping an eye out to where we're going. And there's the roller coaster project, but we're not gonna get there quite yet. So there's the suspension bridge. I want to show you guys some views of it from a distance because you can't really see it very well while we're walking down here. But this was our first big terraforming project where we terraformed these sea cliffs along here. Hopefully we can get some better views at the end of the video. And we just come upon our construction zone. So give me 1 second. Let me transport us to the fishing cabin and then we'll tour the roller coaster. Here's another angle of our suspension bridge looking oh so ominous up in the distance. Let's see if we can get another view. Here is a view of some of the terraformed sea cliffs that we created along here, looking absolutely stunning with the kind of the rock and the transition up into the dirt and the trees kind of hanging over, and of course Mount Scar out in the distance. And a little squid down there just swimming about. And welcome back, and we're over here on the trail to the fishing cabin. So the fishing cabin was built in, I believe, 2014. Am I correct in that? Hopefully one of you guys could correct me if I'm wrong. So this was designed to be kind of a placeholder till the roller coaster could be done. This is a secret trail to the back of the fishing cabin, but we'll take the main entrance. So it was designed to be kind of a placeholder. I wanted to build it, but I also really wanted to build a roller coaster, but I needed more resources and planning. So I decided to build this in the meantime, and these are kind of the trails that lead up into Mount Scar. And then you can kind of see the suspension bridge out in the distance looking all kind of fancy, and custom trees and all sorts of really nice little pieces of landscape. And this is the time frame that I started the stream on Twitch. So we did quite a bit of this landscaping on Twitch also. and you can kind of see all sorts of little details. The pathways are designed to be, as you're walking through there's little interesting little tidbits along the way that you see, and you're like, oh, that's cool. I want to cross the way there and see what it looks like. That was kind of the design. Like as you kind of go up the first bridge, you see Mount Scar, and this one you see the tunnel leading into the mountain here. And then we can kind of cross through here and avoid any skeletons that usually hide in these corners. And then out through here, and you can see that Scarland has had many changes throughout the years, and there's just random ice here and there's random snow over there, so it's kind of odd here and there. But as you can see, lots of custom little lagoons down here with lots of little bits of detail. As you can see, I love landscaping. It's just something I like to do, and it's something that makes Minecraft builds just a little more special when you're trying to really plus them up. And this is probably one of my all-time favorite builds, the fishing cabin of Scarland. It's something that if I could have anything in Minecraft that I built in real life, it would probably be this. I would love to live here and with the mountains and the streams and stuff like that. So let's head inside, and as you can open that up there, you can see the fishing cabinet. It's been kind of designed. Okay, how are we gonna do it with this? How are we gonna deal with this, my friends? Oh, he's moving in on us. Oh, they're always lurking, aren't they? They're always lurking about. But anyway, it's kind of designed to be kind of a rugged, modern mountain cabin. And as you can see, there's storage for all your different fishing things. So you can move over here, see all that. Down below here, it's super dark. I wish I had a torch. But you can see the modern living room down here. Shaders mod just makes this room really dark. So you can see the nice like couches and chairs and different things like that. When we built this particular room, it was right after my first trip to E3, which I was super excited about, explaining kind of what I saw there and talking about the Minecraft movie, which is that ever going to happen? Because at that time they had just announced that. So I haven't heard anything about it in a long time, so hopefully that's still a thing. Anyway, in here we have a kitchen. This is probably my favorite kitchen. I think it's got a really nice modern feel to it with a backsplash, cupboards, and nice windows, and of course, a milkshake maker. We have our stove and a nice little dining room over there, and it's really hard to see with shaders mod, but there's a waterfall that looks beautiful when there's not any shaders mod going. You can see the waterfall out there. And yeah, let's actually go up to one of my favorite videos that I've ever made, and that was the fishing cabin project. Or not the fishing cabin, but the actual art studio within the fishing cabin. As you can see, we've got a little art studio here, a place for digital art and of course traditional art here, where we can head up here and paint. This is one of my actual paintings in real life that's been digitized into Minecraft. As you can see, I don't know, I absolutely love this room, and I really liked what I talked about in the video, and I highly encourage you, if you haven't ever seen that video, to watch it if you ever want to learn a little bit more about me. Anyway, let's move over here to our bedroom. So this is the bedroom of the fishing cabin project. We've got a beautiful bed, and of course we've got our couches and a nice view out there. You can see our fishing boat just hanging around over there, and of course these are my own paintings. Actually, yes, that's my own painting. There's another one of mine, and there's another one over there. So let's head outside. So this is where you got to figure out where you want to go fishing, right? So these are all the waterways in different areas of Scarland. That's the tree farm, that's the fishing, that's the desert cube. And then of course, this is the project area. So this, of course, there's the roller coaster, and this is the fishing cabin. So you can kind of plot out, of course, where you want to go fishing in this big map over here. Heading outside, we've got, of course, our, nice little place to relax right here and kind of see Mount Scar towering over the fishing cabin project. Barbecue looking beautiful, and of course the pool, because there's like 20 different pools in Scarland. So we can sit here and enjoy a nice, beautiful, modern pool with, of course, a glass, a glass wall so we can see out. Now, oh, I love this area over here. It's so peaceful. And I don't know, I just love coming out here once in a while and just looking at all the beautiful land around. And we can head down to the actual fishing dock. So we can cross down here into the fishing dock down here, and you can see there's just a nice place to go fishing. We've got a fish station there. We've got our chairs all set up and looking very fancy over here. And you can actually see the roller coaster now from here. Just a little tidbit, there's going to be some massive builds back there eventually. That's where Scar City's going to go. But anyway, let's head back up here, and there's a little secret element to the fishing cabin project. So as we've talked about in our prior tour, that we kind of went kind of crazy after the greenhouse, and this is the same thing went on with this project, of course, and that's where we built an underground boat launch and fish storage area. So we can head inside of the mountain here. So we can head down here and cross the way. And I think you can see the birch house from here. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Do you see it right there? Do you see it? Let me know if you saw it. Then we can head down here. And of course, this is the crystal cave right under the house. And we have our beautiful crystal ceiling. And of course, there's the boathouse entrance there. And we can launch from here, except it's still broken because Bob the Creeper Building Inspector did not approve of the design. And then we can enter through here. And you can see that there's a place over here where we can store our fish. So we can store our fish back here. There's actually no fish in there at the moment. There's a little carving station to clean up the fish. And of course, boat and fishing rod storage in here. So we've got that all set up in there. And this was a super kind of fun little area. What was that? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh, Monica the evil witch is in there. Oh boy. Oh boy. All right, looks like we made it out of there safe for now. Sneaking around, weren't you, little Monica the Witch? There we go. Okay, anyway, as you can see, we have our beautiful entrance into the fishing cabin. And then, of course, we have a little boat out there. And yeah, so that's the fishing cabin. It was a long project, but it's got a lot of great elements to it that make it kind of cool. And now it's time to actually go to the survival base and roller coaster. So let's head out there now. And welcome to the roller coaster project. This is a current project. This is the build we're currently working on. So there are going to be some rough patches along the way because it's not all the way finished, but you can get a kind of a sense for how it's all coming together. So let's actually head into the design, and it's kind of a Viking slight feel to it. I like to call it Scar Viking. So we kind of took a couple cues from that and put in our own artistic interpretation. As you can see, the beautiful floors and chandeliers, and this is the exit over here. So this is where the mine cars come up. You'll get off there and they'll go back down into the redstone machinery down below. This is where you can buy a portrait, of course. And we can turn the corner here, and this is where we can sit down on some benches and watch the cars go by if we don't want to ride and we're waiting for family members or friends on the ride, but we're gonna actually ride it. So let's get in line here. Let's throw away our food and we can have a drink at the drinking fountain. And if we're chickens, we can always take the chicken exit, but we're not chickens, right? No, we're not. So let's head over here. I opened the gate so we can just run right through. So we don't have to go through the switchbacks of the ride. Now we'll call in a car, wait at the safety gate, and wait for a car to arrive. And away we go, but unfortunately, we are stuck. And you know, this happens when there's lag. And I'm currently on a render distance of 20 with shaders mod. So there's a little bit of lag. So this does not work when there's lag. So hopefully this one works. And away we go. There we go. And as you can see, I recently added some landscaping across there. And there's their survival base. We'll tour that in just 1 minute. You can kind of get a sense for everything. Oh man, that's cool. I put so much work into this. This has been taking about a year. So this is our longest and biggest project to date in Scarland. And hopefully you guys have enjoyed this build so far, and you can really kind of get an idea for the scale of this build. And it's not all the way complete. We still have quite a bit more work to do here. But the theme of it's starting to come through, this kind of Viking feel with sea monsters and this little ship that's getting crushed by the sea monster and all sorts of good stuff. You can kind of see all the little sailors up there getting chased around, and smile for a picture. Haha, there we go. And now we're under the sea, being chased by the sea monster. We come out in here, we've got a beautiful ceiling that you can't see with the shaders mod, unfortunately. Head through the caves and out into the shipwrecks from the sea monster, of course. And then into the caves, and all these caves and things have been built on Twitch. So we've live streamed a lot of this. So this area is all a work in progress still. There's the lost city of Atlantis, and of course some additional sunken ships. And this area is still kind of being worked on. We still have quite a bit more work to do there. Then more work in this little tunnel leading out. But it's actually getting there, and it's finally starting to show that it's a roller coaster, and it's something that we will be able to ride and have fun with. And let's cross over the top here and look out over the entire project with shaders mod going. Oh, that's kind of cool. You can see where the landscaping has stopped right about there. Look at that. See, we have our pathway to our survival base. Then we can go right up the hill here. Woohoo! So when we do the official tour and ride of this, we're going to add all sorts of fun and exciting little sound effects and different things like that. And you can see all sorts of cool things down below there. And oh boy, here we go. Hold on, we're going down. And of course, this is where Bob the Creeper Building Inspector loves to hide down here. And it looks like that's the end of our tour, my friends. Looks like we ran aground with a minecart. Unless we can actually, no, we can't. Well, there we go. I don't want to spoil the whole ride for you guys because there's a lot more to come with this project. And yeah, so let's move on to the survival base. So this has all been recently landscaped on Twitch. So we've been working on getting all the landscaping for the build all together. And there's another aspect that we haven't toured yet, and that is the Scarland survival base. Now the survival base was built so that we could have resources for the roller coaster project at an easy accessibility location. So that's what we're going to tour now. And these are the Scarland Epic Mines. So we'll head right inside here, and you can see all sorts of beautiful detail in the cliffs and little mine cars zipping about in here to give it a lot of emotion, you know, lots of little, you know, all sorts of good stuff moving all around in here. Got a little workstation over here, and in this room over here we have all sorts of little detail. Now we just toured this, so I won't go into super detail, but these are our cold storage units. And then this little, we can fill this up with all sorts of stuff. You know, we put that in there, call in a mine car, and it'll come over here and it'll take that to our storage room. Now down below here, of course, that takes us down to the mines, so we can get on that mine car and be sent down to the mines. You know, we just toured this, so we don't need to see it all again, but kind of gives you an idea of kind of what this all looks like. And all the little mine cars zipping about is one of my favorite things within the world. So let's head back outside and head up to the upper level where we have our tents. So the design of the actual place was designed to look kind of like, you know, kind of some caves, kind of some tents. So that's kind of the design of it. This is a place where we can dispose of all of our mob resources during the project. And then we can head on down here to our cow for our food and our sheep for wool. So we've got them down here in their caves, and it's actually nice, you know, it's caves, but they've got waterfalls and plant life and all sorts of good stuff. There's also some cookers back here where we can just deposit our food into there, and it's cooked up and ready to go. It's not 100% done yet. The survival base is another thing that's something in Scarland that'll always be kind of worked on and evolved. So that is something that we've got plenty of expansion room through this cave and that cave into our storage room in here. So it'll look pretty nice. We have plenty of storage, and then all of our resources will end up in this box once that minecart that we sent before arrives there, but it hasn't had a chance to fill up entirely and be sent on its way. So like I said, the upper level is for tents. So tents are kind of like our house. So that's kind of our house for the area. And we can kind of head up this bank right here that's horse accessible, because of course we have our Scarland horse Tippy up here. He lives in his tent up there for now. And of course this is our kind of cool little camping tent set up out here, and we can head inside and we just have all of our project chests and different things like that built up in here. All the things that you would need for survival basin. And of course there's a nice view out there. And then if we head down this trail, we'll find the fortune teller's tent. And of course that is where we have all of our enchanting take place. So we can pop up this and we can do our enchanting from here. We can put those down. There we go. And we can head into the back end over here. Now it's a little bit laggy with all these plants and things, so it's a little bit laggy, so bear with me on that. And we can head in through here, and this of course is our tree farm for the area. So this is where we do our dark oak, acacia, and our spruce for the roller coaster project. And of course we have all of our resources kind of put into here for all the different things that we need. Now the last tent is the Scarloft tent. So Scarloft of course is where we get our snow. So of course let's head down there and see Scarloft. And there we go. So I decided to sleep the night away, and we can have a little bit easier time seeing around. So down there, you can see all the fun little resources and things. And of course, here's our giant redwood tree that we cross under to see Scarloft. Now this was all built on Twitch. And then let's round the corner through here, up the little bank, and we'll meet up with Scarloft himself. Well, hello there, Scarloft. How are you? So down here, we can head in here and see all the snowballs and different things that we can collect from, of course, Scarloft. Well, Scarloft, are you enjoying your little icy cocoon? I think you are, aren't you? Yes, you are. Well, there we go, my friends. That is Scarland to date. And hopefully you enjoyed seeing Scarland with shaders and, of course, a little bit of history throughout the land and it has been my pleasure to make these videos for you, and I only hope that you enjoy them and you're able to take some inspiration from them and incorporate them into your own worlds. And I can't thank you enough for the 200,000 subscribers on YouTube. It absolutely means an absolute ton, and I can't thank you enough for the support that you give me. You give me so much support, and I only hope I can return by making some awesome videos for you guys to enjoy. And hopefully we can get this roller coaster project done soon and get the download out. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and I always really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos. And if you believe the video deserved a rating, that would be much appreciated. And until next time, we'll see you later.